for tuning in. Hey, you know, I've been making a lot of burgers and stuff like that lately. I'm going to switch it up a little bit and make some comfort food. How about the best comfort food on the planet? Some cube steak with mushroom and onion gravy. Doesn't that sound good? It's making me hungry already. I think I'll throw a side of fried taters to go with it. If you want to see how I do it, stick around. I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so to get started, I'm going to start off with my gravy first, because it's going to take the longest to get this to boil. So I'm going to put a little bit of beef broth to start. I'm going to use about half this can. I'm going to get my heat on about full blast. Got it on high. I'm going to get that to come to a small simmer. And then while I'm letting that go, I'm going to go ahead and slice up this red onion. I'm going to keep them pretty good size. I'm not going to cut them any more than this, just like this, and then we're going to keep them big. Just like so. Okay, and this is going to take a while. Like I said, this takes a while to get that to boil from the blackstone. Go ahead and add some of these mushrooms, get that going as well. That's plenty. Probably more than I need. So while I'm waiting for that to boil, I'm going to go ahead and cut up this potato. And I guess what I could do is put the lid on that to get that to go a little quicker. So I'm going to slice up this tater, fairly small chunks, because otherwise it takes a while to cook. I'm just going to slice it like so. I'm just going to leave that right here on the cutting board until I'm ready to put it right there. So for some seasoning on my vegetables, I'm going to try this new one. It's called Dizzy Pig Cow Lick Spicy Beef Rub. We're going to give this a try. I got this at the Shields All Sports at the store. Smells wonderful. We'll just give it a little bit and see what happens. I'm going to use that on the cube steak as well. Alright, so I'm going to stir these up a little bit so I don't burn them on one side. Kind of run out of real estate when I put this pan on here, but that's okay. There's plenty of room. Give them a little turn. It's coming along. I almost got this broth to a boil. Not quite, but it's getting there. I had a little bit of a difficulty there a second ago. I had to switch over my propane. Only the second or third time I've done that in a year, and trust me, I use this thing a lot. So I don't go through propane as fast as you think it would. It's one reason why I love this thing. Take a look at our broth. It's starting to bubble a little bit, so I think what I can do now is I can add the veggies. We're gonna let it simmer in there and get really good and cooked. Should break down a lot more as it cooks along. And then I can go ahead, since that started boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of my beef broth in and let it come to a simmer. And keep stirring as we go. Once that comes to a good simmer, I'm going to put some cornstarch and thicken it up. While that's cooking, add some salt and pepper for flavor. So I learned a new trick. I was told that if I season the blackstone like this and put my meat on top, it creates a wonderful, wonderful crust. So that's what I'm going to do. Put some down just like so. We'll see how that works. Got 3 of them right there. Of course, I'm going to season this side a little bit. So I went ahead and put my meat press on the steaks just to kind of get them to get a good sear. And while I'm waiting for that to do the flip, I'm going to give this a little stir just to make sure it's all in there real good. Try to get these onions and mushrooms really soft. It's starting to heat up. I can see it smoking. Okay, so I'll put the lid back on that. We'll check out the steaks. Oh yeah, look at that crust. That's perfect. That was no lie. That little trick works good. Okay, and then we'll get a good sear on this side, and then we'll enter it into the gravy mix. So put that back on. Give me about another 3 minutes. All right, so let's check out our gravy. We got a pretty good boil going on in there. So now what I can do, add a little cornstarch to thicken it up. Of course, you got to mix it while you do it. You don't want to get clumpy. And no, I don't have a measuring cup. I'm just going to go a little bit at a time and guess. So I need some more. Just keep giving it a stir until you get it to the thickness that you like. Alright, so I got the gravy about where I wanted. I went ahead and I kicked the heat down to about a low to a medium low. It's a bubbling a little bit, so I don't want to burn it. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my cube steaks in the gravy. Let them cook the rest of the way in that bubbling hot gravy. Of course, I'm going to mix it up a little bit so it's all covered all the way. It's going to be good. As one guy I watch all the time says, it's going to be mighty fine. Alright, so I got that drenched in the gravy real good. I'm just going to let it simmer in there. It's going to take about a half an hour, give or take a little bit. So while that's going, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to scrape off this stuff here. It makes a good crust putting the seasoning on there, but it does kind of build up. If you don't scrape it off, it'll be sticky. Okay. Well, as I'm waiting for that, I'm going to put a little oil down. And then I'm going to put my potatoes that I cut up right on top. And then once again, I'm going to add some more of this cow lick spicy beef rub just because I think it smells so good. Give it a try. Okay, so I'm going to put a lid on it. Let it cook real slow. And I'll keep an eye on these taters. Make sure you stir them taters. Coming along, looking pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to give this another stir. I think I'm pretty much ready to plate it up and check it out. Let's give that just a second here. Go ahead and move some things around. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of these steaks, or I'm going to take all these steaks. I'm going to set them on the plate, about like so. Just like that. Give these a scoop, shut my heat off. And then lather on the mushroom and onion gravy. I put a little bit on my taters. There we have it. Tell me what you think. I mean, I know that looks pretty darn good. So I'm gonna let this cool down a minute. I'm gonna take a bite, see what we think. All right, so I let this cool down a little bit, and I think we should go in for just a nice, good close-up look. Cube steak smothered in mushroom and onion gravy with fried taters on the side. So let's take a little slice of this guy. Have a bite. I don't even need this knife. Look at it just falling apart. It's so tender and yummy. Look at that. Just break it with a knife. That is some amazing, amazing comfort food, folks. Well, I tell you what, folks, what an amazing meal. Probably one of my favorites for comfort food. I mean, it is so good and tender and hot. Take a look. I mean, it's so good. I won't lie. I could just eat the rest of that gravy the way it sits in the pan. It's so awesome. Now, tell me what you think, man. Who likes cube steak smothered in mushrooms and onions with a side of taters? Who likes that? I bet you about everybody. So, you know, give me a comment. Tell me what you think. By all means, like I always say, if you haven't become a subscriber to Jimmy Eats, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell for some notifications, and please give me a thumbs up. I love your support. You guys are amazing. I'm almost to 150. Working on my 150 is my next goal. So I tell you what, I can't quit looking at this. It smells so good, and it's right in my face. So with that being said, everybody, I'm Jimmy Eats, and that's just what I'm gonna do, everybody. I'm gonna eat. Thanks. Have a great day.